Hi, my name's Hone, and I've got some really important information I want to share with as many people as I can. Over the last year and a half, I've been running my own online business, and it's a pathway that I chose that I feel that can really benefit a whole lot of other people out there. And before we get started, I'm just down here at my favourite football grounds, Saltail Panthers on the east coast of Australia. My dog Roxy's right here. She'll probably run around behind me soon, so if you see her, try not to get too distracted. Whew, stink breath, man, you need a mint. I am going to put my sunnies on because it's quite glary out here, and we'll get into it. Alright, now I'm 42 years old. A lot of people don't believe it, but I am. I remember actually coming to this football ground first day and going to training and meeting my coach and saying, hey, I just want to, join your team. And he's like, oh, are you here for the under 18s? And I was like, nah bro, I'm like 30. I think my glasses are crooked. Alright. So yeah, I grew up in New Zealand, went to school in South Auckland, and then as I grew up I realized that I had to get educated in something so that I had some sort of trade, and I became a school teacher. I've been teaching for about 20 years now. I've traveled a fair bit. We went up to London, I taught up there. I met my wife here in Australia before we went up there, and we traveled around for a few years, and then we came back here and we settled down. Had a couple of kids and got 2 daughters now, and I guess over the last 10 years I got real comfortable where I was. I was working 2 jobs as a school teacher, and I also DJ on the weekends, and it just became really easy just to go through the motions doing that same thing. But all of a sudden 10 years had gone by and I'd realized that nothing had changed, and I started getting really frustrated with where I was at the time and where I wanted to be, where I aspired to be in my life. And like I said, I'm 42, and this was a couple of years back, and I'd hit 40, and I was taking a look back at the last 10 years, and I was feeling a little bit disappointed in myself and the way things were going too. At the time I was really stressed because I'd gotten a promotion at work, which meant that, yeah, my pay had increased a small amount, but my workload had pretty much doubled. And on top of DJing in the weekend, I was just running myself into the ground. I was nearly burning out, and I wasn't spending much time with my family, which is what I wanted to do the most, and I didn't know how to get out of it. I felt stuck, and I was speaking to my wife about it all the time, saying, look, I just can't do this anymore. And she's like, well, what else do you want to do? And I had no idea. Look, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I'd spoken to other friends, and they asked me the same question, was, well, what do you want to do, man? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't want to swap jobs because I was still working for a boss, and I wanted to get away from that. I knew I wanted to start a business of some sort, but I had no idea what type of business. And then I thought, I wanted to try something online, but I didn't know anyone that was doing that, and I did not know anything about it. These days, us as men, we tend to think that providing for our families, putting on hours, hours upon hours, days and days of work, and just working ourselves into the ground is enough for our families. But it's not. They want us there spending that quality time with them. Working 5 days a week and then 1 or 2 nights as a DJ, I'd really only have the Sunday to spend with my family. And even on that day, it wasn't quality time because a lot of the time I was exhausted and didn't really have enough energy, or a whole heap of energy, to be able to go out and do really cool stuff with them. I just wanted to chill and then back into work on Monday, and that's how I was living my life. And I know a lot of other people are out there doing the same, but the point of this is to let you know there's a better way now. The internet has opened up so many different avenues for us to take advantage of. We just got to realize that they are there, and we got to take those opportunities when they come up. And this is one of those opportunities. As an educator, I know that our education system is really behind the times. It was built for people in the 1900s, and it's way outdated. And I know a lot of people these days are doing self-education, where you can go online and you can learn anything, pretty much anything that you want to know about, you can learn on the internet. And I was like, well, that's the way of the future. Why don't I just do that as well? Let's just see if I can find out how people are building online businesses. And that's what I did. I went out and started researching. I read a lot of books. I researched around on the internet, followed people on Facebook, watched YouTube clips, even listened to a whole heap of podcasts which were really helpful. and did as much as I can to figure out what people were actually doing, because I was a complete novice. I didn't know anyone that was doing it, and I didn't know where to start with it. So I did my research, and then one day I was going through my Facebook feed and I came across these free videos, and the videos were like an overview of what it takes to actually be able to run a business on the internet. And they were really interesting, and there was this guy Stuart, and he was talking about how he's run his online businesses for years. He's a multi-millionaire now, and he's built like this education system that can teach you step by step exactly how to do it. And you know, with anything like that, you're super skeptical because it's on the internet. I told my wife about it and she was like, yeah, just be careful, you know, can't believe everybody on the internet. And I was, you know, I watched these videos, they were for free, and then the next step was to check out the education system or the training that they provided. And it was cool because they let you check the training out for free, the first month and the first module of their training system, just so that you realize that it's a real legitimate opportunity, and to also see if it's a good fit for you. Like if it wasn't something that you're really interested in, you could go, oh yeah, that's cool, it's not really for me. You don't have to pay anything. So, you know, each step that I took, their messages started to really resonate with me. I started to really trust them. They're really authentic, and you know, I just took one small step at a time until, you know, I went, you know what, this is exactly what I was looking for. And it was, you know, I jumped in, and I'm a year and a half down the track, and I've got my own business up and running, and it's doing really good. So I'm just here right now trying to share this information with as many people as I possibly can, because I know that it can help so many people. I've got people that I've shown this to, that it's gone ahead and changed their lives, and to see the change in them, for me, is an amazing feeling, because it means that I've shown someone this opportunity and it's changed their life too. And that feeling that I get from that, there's nothing like it. It feels so great to be able to impact people's lives like that. And you know, there's decent money in it, but to me, getting that feeling is the best thing ever. So what I want to do right now is I want to share with you the same videos that I came across in my Facebook feed. All you have to do is click the button below this video, and you'll get access to them. They're free. You'll be taken to my web page where you just have to fill in your name and email address so that I can send them to your email inbox. You'll get one every day for the next 7 days, and we do that just so that you don't get overwhelmed by the information. And just check it out. And if you want to go any further, I'll give you instructions in there on what you have to do next. But it's really simple, and there's really not much to it. Not saying that starting a business is simple. It's a lot easier than starting a business, a brick and mortar business or an offline business, but you still have to do a lot of the work. I'm going to be completely honest with you here. You do need to work hard. You need to be determined to make it, and you need to work hard. If you can't do that, then this probably isn't a good fit for you. A lot of people ask me who are the type of people that you're looking for when starting this type of business or going through with this type of business system, and I'm like, pretty much anyone can do this. You just have to be hardworking and determined to make it, and that's what it comes down to, really. We've got so many different people that are part of our community that have come from totally different areas of life, whether they're stay-at-home parents to business owners, or people working in huge corporations that have just had enough with working in a job that they just don't like anymore. You know, there's someone that just wants to build up a little bit of income on the side. The best thing about this was that I could get this business up and running while I was still working, so I could keep earning money for my family and then get this business up and running at the same time. Yeah, it meant a lot of late nights and that I had to stay up, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Another great thing about it is that it frees up a whole lot of your time. Like, once you got your business systems in place, that means that you can put in like maybe 4 hours a day, and those 4 hours are whenever you want to do it. You can get up early and do a few hours in the morning, maybe do a few hours in the evening. You could do it like at midnight, in the middle of the night, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. There's so much more freedom based around this opportunity, and there's so many people out there doing it. Like, if you look around on the internet, you'll see all these entrepreneurs, you'll see all these digital entrepreneurs out there earning really good money and doing it on their own time. But it does take a lot of hard work. I just want to make sure that that's really clear. Alright, so all you have to do is click on the button below this video. Make sure you take advantage of it, take small steps, do your research into us. and enjoy the process. You know, check it out, get excited about it. I was super excited when I realized it was a legitimate opportunity, and I've been sort of riding that high all the way through. So check out the videos. It's been great talking to you. Thanks for listening to me on this video, and I look forward to catching you on the inside. Have a great day. Peace.